The park includes part of the Roraima Mountains, which separate Brazil from Venezuela and Guyana. It is named after Mount Roraima, the highest of the Tepuy Mountains, at almost 3,000 meters, 9,800 feet, and one of the highest of the Roraima chain. The mountain has a flat top that holds a monument, the Marco da Tríplice Fronteira, where the borders of Venezuela, Guyana and Brazil meet. 4. Altitudes in the park range from 920 to 2,780 meters, 3,020 to 9,120 feet above sea level. The mountains typically have large, flat tabletops fringed by steep and partially denuded cliffs, which are surrounded by broad pediments cut with ravines that merge into the lower dissected reliefs of the Roraima Range. The Serra do Sol Range to the southeast has altitudes up to 2,400 meters, 7,900 feet. 1. The park contains the sources of the most northerly rivers that flow south into the Bronco River Basin. These include the Cotingo River, with its headwaters at the foot of Mount Roraima, the Panari River in the extreme north to the south of the Cabarari Mountains, the Mauarai-Reng River, which forms the board between Brazil and Guyana, and the Waylan River near the Waylan Mountains. The Cotingo and Mau rivers have continuous stretches of rapids and waterfalls, including the dramatic Gara-Gara waterfall on the Mau. 1. Monte Roraima National Park is in the Amazon biome. Temperatures range from 2 to 18 degrees Celsius, 36 to 64 degrees Fahrenheit, with an average of 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Average annual rainfall of 1,900 millimeters, 75 in. The region has diverse landscapes that should help conserve biodiversity, although it is lacking space. 5. It contains a 9,900 hectares, 24,000 acres area of savanna, 8.7% of the total area. This area includes forest, woodland, park and grassland. 6. The forest includes plateau and montane ecosystems. The first has small patches of dense forest with emergent trees, while the second has dense forest with closed canopy on the slopes, open on the summits and flatter areas. There are various endemic species adapted to the harsh mountain climate, where temperatures may range from 4 to 25 degrees Celsius, 39 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, in a 24-hour period. 1. Monte Roraima National Park was created by Decree D7.887 of the 28th of June, 1889, and is administered by the Chico Mendes Institute for Biodiversity Conservation (ICMBio). 2. It is classed as IUC and Protected Area Category 2 National Park. The objectives are preservation of natural ecosystems of great ecological relevance and scenic beauty, and enabling scientific research, environmental education and interpretation, recreation in contact with nature and ecological tourism. 1. As early as 1990, the countries that participate in the Amazonian Cooperation Treaty had recommended expanding Venezuela's Canaima National Park southward to connect it with Monte Roraima National Park, with coordinated management of tourism, research and conservation. 7. The management plan was finalized in May 2000. Due to lack of money, the park still existed only on paper until 2001. When the United Nations provided money to implement and manage parks in Brazil. The indigenous people became concerned when the Brazilian Institute of Environment and Renewable Natural Resources (IBAMA) began to implement the management plan. 8. This included erecting a headquarters building and potentially removing the indigenous Ingarico and Makushi people from the park. These people had used the area for many years for hunting, farming and religious practices. The conflict was hard to resolve, since degazetting the park would require a major legislative change, as would allowing the indigenous people to use the park. 9. Due to land disputes and the movement to create the indigenous territory of Raposa Serra do Sol, the management plan was not ratified by ICMBio. From 2000 to WOW technicians worked with the Ingarico in the area. On the 15th of April 2005, the area was completely assigned to Fundok Nacional do Indio, FUNAI, National Indian Foundation, through the dual affectation legal device created by the federal government with recognition of the Raposa Serra do Sol indigenous territory. 1. Under the decree of the 15th of April 2005, the boundaries of the Raposa Serra do Sol indigenous territory were ratified, and Monte Roraima National Park was made union public property, with the roles of both maintaining the constitutional rights of the Indians and conserving the environment. 10. Thanks for watching.